Yo, welcome to the No Filter Show. Yes, it's different, because tonight, Mr. A6K, quick villain in the white vest. I'm in the driver's seat for the first time. Y'all already know the deal. K Quick, BBF. And right here with me are the usual suspects. Who else do we got?
Man, of course, it's your boy GMO, aka non-GMO. We up in here, you feel me?
I am the Blue Phoenix. You guys is.
And I'm your girl, Just Star. What up, though?
So now you from Detroit. Okay. Shout out to my folks in Detroit. What I know. Oh, you know what? I'm glad we can do this show because my first order of business is I can feel the power.
You gotta go already.
$5 fine, motherfucker.
Oh no, she gotta cook. She ain't ready yet. See, you shouldn't have never gave me this. I'm like a kid with a new toy. All right, welcome back.
$10 fine.
Yo, how's y'all doing this week, yo? Anybody?
Man, I'm cooling, bro. It's lackadaisical winter coming. You know what I'm saying? It's 47-degree fucking rain out there, and I saw them clouds seeding the whole fucking day before.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Indeed.
mysterious for November to have rain. But fuck me, you know.
Man, it's just getting cold for real. This weather is beyond ridiculous. This is crazy.
This is the DMV. What weather is bipolar like that? You know?
Blame it on Trump, goddamn.
Oh, we'll get to that conversation later.
Oh yeah, you better cut me off because I was ready to go in immediately.
All right, no, we're gonna get there, Star. Hold your bullets. Hold your bullets. Oh man. But I will say, before we do get into the shenanigans of the evening, I would like to also remind everybody, first of all, shouts out to everybody who took their time to cast their votes for this year's Music and Movie Awards, also known as the BAMA Awards. Pretty much everybody on this panel is nominated. You know, we are nominated for best podcast. The No Filter Show is nominated for best podcast. Our very own Just Star here is nominated for best female actor, best actress here, and your boy here. I'm nominated for best male hip hop artist. So it's nice that the entire panel here in many ways, shape, or form, we are all on the ballots. So it's nice. And also, from what I understand, the Mama Awards, the actual award show, takes place this Sunday. And I'm making sure I'm in the building. You know, so we're going to see how many of y'all showed up and showed out.
And I want to say, anybody who don't like that we got nominated, eat it.
Super facts. Speaking of nominations, why don't we just go ahead and address these elephants and giraffes and all these oversized animals that are in the room? We are, 2 weeks out from the announcement of the winner of the election. Star has been holding her bullets for a minute now, but let's go around the board. Some announcements have been made, via social media by President-elect Trump. Some that we are going to address directly, but overall, what do y'all think about what the beginning of what's cooking up so far?
Star, would you like to unload first?
Here we go.
Oh boy. Okay, for me, this guy, Mr. Donald Trump, he is the epitome of of having bipolar feelings and thoughts about a person. I say that because earlier this week he made some comments that is seemingly inflammatory to a lot of people that I actually agreed with, pertaining to how children will be dealt with, pertaining to sexuality and male and female, transgender, things of that nature. And quite honestly, I'm a firm believer that people can live their lives how they want to live their lives. But if you are too young to vote, then you should definitely be too young to make life-altering decisions for yourself. I was with him there. And then this, because I can't really say what I want to call him. This.
Hold on, before you get started, let's get some context. I actually have that film ready. I'm about to present right now. Hold on, give me a few seconds. Share screen.
Let's go.
So that everybody understands. Some people don't know what the hell is really going on. Let's see. Boom. I picked the wrong one. Excuse me. I'm a little rusty, everybody. Let's go. Share. Let's rock. Y'all ready? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, shit.
Maybe we're not ready. But no, it's definitely been interesting, you know, and yeah, it's very much a lot to unpack.
No, bro, you have to pull it up.
Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
This is the you can get canceled topic, but thankfully
hold on. I see.
So we don't care.
Hold on, real
I got
quick.
it. Here we go.
You got it. We up.
It says, hold on.
You gotta add me. Go down the corner, add me to the screen.
Oh,
you'll see me in the back.
Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth. Here's my plan to stop the.
All right. So that's the context of that, everybody. Now, I understand that you about to vent, but let's get everybody. We have to have a roundtable about how people feel about this, because some people have transgenders in their families. Some people out there in the stratosphere do feel like that this is unfair and unlawful, right? I think that this is where people were attacking him, saying that they fear for communism and the loss of democracy, the freedoms to cut off penises with your tax dollars. But we're gonna start. Let's start with you, Phoenix. Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, thank you, sir. I am happy that he's saying this, and we need to stop this bullshit. Okay, first and foremost, I got a 9-year-old, I got an 11-year-old, I got a 16, 15-year-old, 17-year-old. They don't even know what they want to eat. Why in the world do they need to decide if they want to be a boy or a girl? Like, that don't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm glad he's doing it, because it shouldn't have been legal in the first place. It shouldn't have been legal. So I'm with him. I'm cool.
Now, with that being said, when you made that statement right there, because I'm gonna get quick, and then after that, we definitely gonna let her vent. You know what I'm saying about this, because I see Stanita's in the comments. You know, a lot of people have a lot of issues with that. But what you said right there, right? That's key. It needed to be said. Everybody agrees with that point, right? How evil do you think that this guy is with the moves that he's making like that? Like, that is one of the most crucial elements to the society right now. Do you think that he is wrong? Do you think that he is evil?
No.
And did you go out and vote?
No, he's not evil. He's not wrong for that. Shoot, my 22-year-old don't even know what the hell he want to eat. He don't even need to make a decision about his genitals. Like, what the hell? He was dumb at 22 and down. Why would you give a child that right? I don't think there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with what he said.
I thought I was fucking Spider-Man. That don't mean you gonna let me climb a wall, right?
Thank you.
You feel me?
Like, somebody
Now,
got to make sense. And the fact that the parents are okay with that, they need to be checked mentally. Now, there's nothing wrong with someone being transgender as an adult who has the right to think that over. They're supposed to make them do therapy to make sure that they're okay with this, to understand the decision. A child cannot understand the decision because they change every 2 minutes. My daughter mad with me now. 5 minutes from now, I'm going to get a hug. Like, what the heck? You don't need that. It just doesn't make sense.
Brother Quick.
Exactly.
Hold on real quick. We gonna get you last because I know you ready to fire off. I know you ready to tee off. Quick, what you got?
I agree. You know what I mean? I personally think that, for one, children, firstly, the subject of sex is for adults. I believe that no sexuality of any kind, whether heterosexuality, whatever, it should not be pushed on kids. Let them play kickball at recess and worry about all these other things that kids worry about. The only reason they worry about the things that they're trying to push on them is because of that. They're pushing it on them. You know what I mean? They're trying to force it into the schools, which I don't agree. Like, why do they need to make such decisions at young ages? I agree that once they turn 18 and they're an adult and they're ready to go out into the world, they can do pretty much whatever they want to do. They're grown. They're an adult,
Nope.
But as well, look, I'm saying they're legal. If they're out of their parents' house and so on and so forth, yada, 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 I mean, it's them in the world at that point. But when they're a minor, if they're living under their parents' roof and so on and so forth, they're still a growing child. You know what I mean? They're still a child. And a child should not be able to make a permanent decision until they fully come to one with themselves, because I was still on a whole journey to really come into myself at like 16, 17, 18. You know what I mean? So my personal belief, a child, let them be a child. If they're not asking about it, they don't need to know about it. Once they get to the age where they can discover their bodies and, the age where, hormones and stuff starts running wild, they start growing with that. By the time they actually fully come to a real point of who they are as an adult, then they can start making those decisions. But a child just needs to stay a child. So for that matter of what he said, I do agree. Let the children just be children, and then when they grow up, they can do whatever they want to from there. But let them stay kids.
That's a bet. Now, just start. Go ahead, do your thing. Hey, quick! I need you to pay attention to the comments. We had a lot of them. Dio.
I know. I got it.
Dio the truth. Yeah, we got a lot of things. He got a point. He said something, and I really keep that one up because I gotta address that one. Go ahead, Star. My bad.
And then, just when I was riding with him, this N-word, since it means ignorant, this N-word came out and said that he is giving reparations to white people who have been affected by DEI. Okay,
that's a lie.
And
that has nothing to do with white folks. Now you fucking up. You fucking up. Now we got an argument. DEI has nothing to do with white people because if I work by Howard, there's plenty of white folks to go to. It has nothing to do with that. He is really targeting the fact that there is, if you look at half of his committee, half of the people that he is involved, most of them are Indians and most of them are white. I hate to say this. I don't trust Negroes neither, right? I get it. I wouldn't have these corrupt church-going Negroes on my shit neither. You feel me? I gotta admit that. All of politics, especially in the Democratic Party, are polluted with churchgoers. Just like what's that weird ass preacher Minister Bryant, whatever the hell his name is. Did you see how he flipped the Bible? Did y'all
Jamal
hear that?
Bryant?
I'm gonna pull Jamal Bryant. I'm gonna pull that up. Him and Ray J's beefing, matter of fact, right now, right? But
Nah, Ray J apologized today.
man, don't nobody give a fuck about that.
Okay,
but
didn't they say that? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mo.
You go ahead.
No, I was just asking. Didn't they say that was an old clip of him saying something like that?
No.
But DEI
No,
is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
That is not fair to nobody. That means that unqualified people, and see, you got to start looking at it from a political and a business standpoint, that unqualified people are going to start taking these positions. You feel me? Like, this has nothing to do. And the funny thing about DEI is that, no, listen, because you're making it personal and it's not an emotional thing. So DEI, unfortunately, it turned against us. Now, it was supposed to be just like, what was it called? Come on, what was the one before that? Before they called it DEI? What was it? Nobody?
It's right on the tip of my tongue. I know what you're saying.
Equal opportunity. But the thing is that DEI eventually turns against people of color for the most part, because guess what? White people fall in that category. They might be the minority at that school. They might be the minority this. So nah. But a lot of the schools, if you look up the facts, when you look at Yale, when you look at MIT, when you look at these places, they have a majority Caucasian. What is it? They have majority Caucasian students. So it doesn't really, he can't affect the HBCUs because the HBCUs are diverse. That's true. I've seen Indian, I've seen Africans that's from Africa. That counts. That counts. That's not Black Americans. I've seen white at Howard University. I've seen every color that you could possibly think of. So if you eliminate that and you go for the best of the best, not the ones that just deserve it just because of their skin color, because identity politics is a bitch, and I don't like it. You feel me? If you stupid, you stupid. If you smart, you smart. You did?
Okay, but they needed it because there was Black and brown folks that was smart enough that was getting passed over for ignorant, idiot ass white people. Only thing that I can really say about this without offending every damn body, because this hits me hard, is never forget Black Wall Street. And don't forget that Black Wall Street wasn't the only place, because even by the time Dr. King died, even he realized separate but equal is what we need to be going for. We need to stop trying to integrate into a burning house, as he said. You feel where I'm coming from? Like, we wouldn't even need any programs like this if our ancestors had just been left the hell alone. When they started proving their own intelligence, when they started opening their own, fire stations and police stations and hospitals and banks and started thriving, and then they decided, oh, they can't have that, and bombed the shit out of us. We wouldn't need those programs. We wouldn't need something that say, hey, I'm Black and I'm intelligent, so why you passing me over for the trust fund baby who done flunked out of every damn school, but you're going to throw him in Harvard or Yale because his great-great-great-granddaddy went there? Who the hell cares about that? It should be on everybody's mental memory.
Hold on. I don't want to skip that point. Excuse me. I don't want to skip that point, because if you look up all HBCUs,
I'm sorry, I'm super passionate about this one, but you go ahead.
You're overly passionate.
Because I have young Black men that's highly damn intelligent, and they go to schools that
one at a time, please.
All HBCUs are built and funded by white people. What the fuck are we talking about here? There is not one that was ever founded with a Black person in mind. They are all by white folks. What did you expect? That was basically herding us into a joint so they could study us. That's the fucking problem with college, and that's how
I'm not disputing you on that. Yeah. I'm not going against you on that. I said separate but equal, as in us being able to have our own without being bombed and shut down and killed just because we talented. I lived in DC. Arguably, it used to be called Chocolate City. My kids went to public schools where it's predominantly Black. But I've even seen, before my boys had to really, really show out and show their talents, and I'm referring to sports, that they was trying to push the damn white kids. And this is predominantly Black schools. DEI and all of that wouldn't have been necessary if they had let us alone. We were perfectly fine with going on about our lives and having our own and not bothering them with nothing. But then racism, jealousy, classism, sexism.
You don't understand how this shit works. Okay, so when the Democrats do shit like this, just like Kamala bitch ass, when she sat up there and said she ain't gonna do nothing for black people but claim that she's black, right? Correct? When Barack Obama did it, they want equal opportunity. So guess what? This is how you got to look at this picture. This is not how you look at it on the grand scale. These are microcosms. So you look at each college campus, correct? If that's a HBCU, guess who needs the DEI? The white people, the Indians, the Asians, because it's predominantly black there. So it works against the great black minds that are already there or trying to get into the school. You feel me? Now, the problem with DEI is that when you do talk about Harvard, when you do, and he says this that it's corrupt. He says this shit. Who has paid attention to what this old man been saying? He is going ham on these fucking institutions. Listen, if the majority of the schools up there are predominantly white and they're only choosing Asians, we got a problem. Houston, we got a fucking problem. If the majority of schools are black, right, that means that they have to include a whole nother slew of people. So it works against a fucking HBCU. It works against having that inclusive, that black feeling, right? So he's trying to eliminate that. Period. It's the best and the brightest, and everybody should be able to choose their people. If you discriminate against anybody and they want to go there and they might be the next Elon Musk, you fucked up. We're not looking at the big picture. This shit right here, the DEI, is the worst thing that ever came about. Just like equal opportunity for women. I hate to tell you that. The worst shit. The worst shit ever. But I digress. My bad. I'm going off on a rant.
I was getting ready to say something about equality, because what we don't understand is equality is not what we think it is. Equality means we all start at the same place. No. Equality means that, okay, you want to do this, you're going to do it right here. But people who have so equity means we're level together. Equality means you got the same opportunities, but that don't mean you got the same benefits. That don't mean you're given the same playing field. So equalities or equal rights are not necessarily what we think they are. And what we're reaching for, what we think we're reaching for, we're really not. We're really digging ourselves in a ditch for real.
You know what equality means? Because y'all let feminism take over. It means that y'all think that you can do everything that a fucking man does and a man can do whatever a female does. Like they can have a baby and shit. No, like a man that wants to transition and fucking have a baby. They swear to God that they need tampons. Get the fuck out of here. That's what equality turned into. Feminism and misogyny reversed. So you get these weird ass people that go out this motherfucker, these brutal men that want to beat on women because they feel like they are a woman on the inside. It's no different.
I have a question. How did we get here from reparations?
Nobody was talking about reparations.
Star literally opened the conversation.
No, because she said
Star literally brought the conversation up.
Bro, you're cutting me off for no fucking reason. Let me explain. She said DEI was a form of reparation. It's not. So I broke it down for you.
That is not what I said.
We were talking about reparations.
We were talking about why Trump
DEI was part of reparations. He never said nothing about reparations.
I didn't say that it was part of reparations. I was speaking on the fact that he said that he feels the need to give reparations to white people who have been affected by programs like DEI.
It's not white people. It's not white people. That's why I just broke that shit down to you.
It's still what it doesn't matter. We're talking about what he said. If it doesn't affect white people or it doesn't matter. We're speaking on the words that he spoke. And he did say, yes. And he said white people who are affected by those types of programs.
Pull it up. Pull it up right now.
Pull it up
right now. You're not going to just say crazy shit on air and then not have no receipts. I don't.
Why not? You do it all the time.
I've been enthralled in this shit. I have been looking at Kamala shit. I've been looking at his shit, and I have some things that I don't agree with. I definitely don't agree with shit she had to do. She had
okay.
No
well, I tell you what.
Campaign off of killing black babies because the only place. This is where the fuck I cut shit off at. Because the reason why I don't fuck with Kamala Harris, first and foremost, she's a coolie, and I know you know what the hell that means. She's a fucking coolie. Right? You know what that means, right? That's Jamaican side, right? You know what coolie means.
Why don't you explain it?
Coolie means Indian. She's a fucking Indian from fucking Jamaica. Okay? And we got plenty of those over there.
You have a problem with Jamaican Indians?
Fuck yeah, I do. They not black. You black. They not black.
Who
They
not?
not black.
Hold on. So
And
see,
I'm
this
sick
is
of-
what I
I'm sick
love.
of it.
This is what I love because no. Because see, you just said something that
Oh,
now
come
you
on,
have
man.
to explain to me. You said that you
Then
have a
stop cutting
problem
me off because I'm
with
getting ready to get on your ass right
Indian
now. I'm getting
Jamaican.
ready to get in your
You're
ass
gonna
right
have
now.
to. You're gonna have to because I'm not
I'm
gonna let
getting
you
ready to get
speak.
in your
Because
ass
yes,
right
I
the
am.
fuck
No,
now.
you're gonna have to because yes, I am
You
a
keep
black
cutting me off.
woman,
Let me get
but
in your
I am
ass real quick.
also
It ain't gonna hurt.
also a West Indian Jamaican. So how do you
You ain't
separate
no
the two?
fucking Indian from India. They're
Yes,
talking
I
about when
am.
they say
I am.
please.
Excuse me.
Oh, my
Excuse me.
fucking
Jamaicans are West Indian. Don't tell me what I am and what I'm not. I've
No,
known what I
sweetheart.
am since
No,
birth.
sweetheart. It's a difference between
Jamaicans
West
are
Indian
West
natives. They
Indian.
listen, okay, so let me give you a history lesson then. Because when they came over
You
here,
can't give me a history lesson about me.
no, because I'm about to compare this to what they said about us when they came to America. So everywhere on the continents of any place that you go to, there's an aboriginal, right? So the ignorant white people that could not pronounce it said, oh, them Indians. They couldn't pronounce aboriginal, so they say Indian. So everybody's considered a fucking Indian to them. Anybody of color on any continent was considered an aboriginal. So when you say West Indian, that does not mean India. That means you're native to that land, my love. Okay? So let's not get this shit confused.
Big whoop. You said you don't like her because she's an Indian Jamaican. Okay? Aboriginal or West Indian. I know what I'm called, and I know what we were called originally. We were
not
more.
talking about you. A coolie over there means India, not Indian, not native.
I'm aware of that.
Then what the fuck are we arguing?
Now,
I just said
can
that
we
shit.
get back on? Can we get back on white people getting reparations before black people?
You gotta show the proof. We can't look. We're not gonna do
Okay,
the
like
shit.
I said,
If you have
no,
pull that shit up and send
no.
it in the group chat. Because he did not say that shit. I've been reviewing this shit for months on end.
The same page that you just pulled up, his statements on children and gender and things like that is the same page that also posted that. I'm not trying to go back in the chat because you know we share all the information, but I put that in the chat already when I found it.
Okay, let's get off politics.
So yeah. But anyhow, in other news, there is a viral clip going on. I think we pinned it in the chat. If GMO can put it up, I'll make sure we put it on the screen here. It has to do with a married man. Well, I don't know if he's married, but he says that if he's married, why should he have to ask for sex? Why should he have to ask if he's doing everything he needs to do as a husband? Why does he have to ask for that? I mean, in his analogy, he said the family dog don't gotta ask for nothing. He don't gotta ask to be fed. He don't gotta ask to be walked. He don't gotta ask to be taken to use the bathroom. But you know how to. But you know when he needs it, unless he doesn't even talk. So, ladies, 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 I need y'all 2 cents and a quota on this immediately.
Star, I want you to go first.
Hey, bro, I'm still looking that shit way up in the chat. I got a long way to go, so y'all can
Keep
looking. Yeah, go ahead.
You know the Spin the Block King was gonna come back to politics, so we're gonna let him look for that while we discuss this. I think that's subjective. You feel me?
I was looking for the actual film of the dude saying about beating big trees.
It's there.
You need to mind your business. You need to go to the West Indian side and you would just blood clot shut up. Or whatever. I wasn't even
and you know what? I was going to respond to you, but because you're my brother and I actually love you, I won't take it to my patois on you tonight.
Because
You know,
Anyway,
you know what?
don't
Mo got to
interrupt
go in
me.
the back because he off subject.
So I was saying, trying to stay on topic because my brother is trying to pick me apart tonight and I'm not having it. I think that's subjective. I've been in relationships before where I felt like, yes, ask permission before you can freaking touch me. But now with my husband, it's on when he say it's on. So that's my view on that. I understand. I think comparing yourself to the family dog who arguably
Nah.
can't get up and cook his own meals and stuff is crazy, but it is what it is. To each his own.
But the
I, I,
main thing you said, I'm sorry, Phoenix. The main thing you said that now that you have a committed significant other, correct me if I'm quoting you right. You said whenever he say the word is on, basically, is that what you're saying, right?
Oh, that was super accurate. Like
All right.
I've put my business on Front Street a lot with this podcast, and that's what I love about us. But this, I don't even think I want to share why I said that about my husband. But yeah, if we put it this way, I saw a video earlier today, and it was just the cutest thing ever. They were shopping in the store, and the husband leaned over and whispered in her ear that he was horny or whatever. All the little shirts she was looking at, she put them bad boys back on the rack. She was like, "For real, let's go." And he was like, "Right now?" She was like, "Yes, let's go to the car." And yeah, I feel her in that sentiment now. Like, yes, let's do this. Whenever you say, only place you're not getting me to walk out on is church.
Yeah,
hold
I
up
gotta
now,
boot
hold
it up.
up,
I
because
gotta boot it up.
we must
Oh,
too. Okay, hold up. We can pray
yeah.
at home. Okay.
Matter of fact, matter of fact, we about to go to you, Phoenix. What do you think about this situation here?
I don't have an issue with what he said. Maybe
I
people
gotta
have
boot it
issues.
up. I
You
have it
got
Oh,
it.
booted
you
up.
do?
Okay,
All
Boot it
right.
up.
go ahead.
Well,
I apologize.
wait a minute. Is this the thing between you
About the
and
dog.
Star?
Yep. About the dog.
Oh, about the
About the
dog.
dog.
All right,
Man, I
cool,
ain't
cool,
thinking
cool.
about
So
Star, man.
let I know I'm making sure. I'm making sure. All right, so let's roll this, shall we? So we can get full context.
Or your man, why would I ask for sex or ask to be cooked food or ask for affection or ask anything when the dog ain't asked for a motherfucking thing? But the dog get groomed, the dog get fed, the dog get affection. Now, unless the dog talking when I leave this motherfucker, dog ain't asked you for shit. So why would me, as your husband or your man, have to ask for anything that I need? I'm not asking for shit. If you know what that dog needs and that dog ain't asked you for a motherfucking thing, but you don't know what I need, and I have to ask, I'll take care of it myself. And don't get mad when I take care of it my goddamn self. Shit.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Respond now. Reactions, please. let's really
All
get
right.
to it.
Hold on. Okay. So I'm a little different because I would be the one asking for it. That was me or is me or whatever. So I can't say I don't have a problem with what he said. Let me just say that. And I agree. You can't read people's minds, but again, the basic things should be basic, you know. And he shouldn't have to ask. And like Saul said, church can wait. I've done that too. I leave church early. God knows where I'm at. Hallelujah. I mean, like it just doesn't matter to me. But also we do have to remember that sex for a woman is different. So if I'm not making excuses, but if y'all having a problem, she might not get wet. She might not want to have sex. But that don't mean she gotta mistreat you. And if you want to have sex, fine. But I'm just saying it's a little bit different. But for me, if I'm mad, I'm gonna want it. I'm gonna still be mad with you. We gonna have that argument. But you can still get it. Fuck it. I don't care. But that's just me. Most women don't operate like that. But I do. So
Wait. Do you know how amazing angry sex is, though? I mean, who's gonna turn that down?
a lot of women do. A lot of women will use sex against you because they're mad with you and they know that you want it.
That's a cold
That is
simp.
not Phoenix. I'm
That's a
just
cold
saying.
simp. That
I
nigga's
just
a simp.
don't do that. Hey, we mad? Cool, let's do this. I ain't forget.
That only
But-
happened to teenage boys that get married young like I did with my dumb ass. Getting sex used against me. I feel all abused and shit. I ain't never worried about that shit. You know what I found out? And my father told me this. I was crying one night. I was on the payphone because we had payphones back then quick, okay? I'm an old nigga, right?
I remember payphones, fool.
So I pulled him to the payphone and I'm crying to my father. I'm just like, why I can't run my household? You know, and I'm 19. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young father. Married to at that time. And she was using sex as a weapon. And the first thing he told me is that, son, you think they stopped making pussy when they made her? You got to remember that, fellas. That's the same shit I tell my dumb ass teenage son that keeps skipping school to go get some ass at 15 and 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bruh. You think that they stopped making pussy when they made that little girl right there? Huh? Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's worse. You got to decide for yourself. You got to make all the mistakes in the world. But he told me, son, you can always get more. They just didn't stop making that model, bro. It's more shit out here. So yeah, that's how I go.
You know what?
He said that's only. He said
if women knew that there was more vagina behind that man than they in front of that man.
But,
you feel me? Like, nah, because that's the problem. Women aren't told that enough. You don't understand that your vagina is not unique. Just like y'all tell us our dicks are not unique, right? You can get it all.
Yo.
You can go buy a dick. You can go buy a fake one. You can go make one. You can go take one if you feel like you feel me.
I'm sorry.
But a man got to realize the power that he has too. If you anything, don't be a simp. Like you gonna get some more ass, bro. It's just a matter of patience.
Yeah, Mo said that girl was a factory default. That's hilarious.
We can argue while we fucking. Like I don't give a damn. Like, okay, I don't like your ass, but do this. Fuck you, kiss me. I don't care. That's just me. Hey.
Yes, Zena. Did y'all see that last one? Zena commented. Yes, Zena. Exactly that. I'm with you, girl.
That's what I was responding to. No, I've always been like.
No, because for real, Zena needs to be protected at all costs. Like real talk.
Nah, hey, listen.
So wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Look at this here.
Nah, bro, I got addicted to one, bro. I already told that story.
I know.
I was a young Manx, as they like to say back in the day. I was a young Manx. You feel me? And she was coming to the house and I got caught, bro. She threw that bitch in the trash, bro. I was in that joint like silicone. Oh my god.
I mean, I still don't get it. I mean, she bought it for you for a reason. How's she gonna get mad at something she gave you? Because I still can't get over it.
She didn't want to see me do it. She wanted to not think about it. You feel me?
Well, that's her problem. She should have
not. And she caught me mid-stroke. I was in that joint like.
She should have not, because the more and more I think about it, the more unfair and ridiculous the story seems to me.
And they using fake dicks, and we supposed to come in there and just be like, "Let me join." No.
Well, how about this? You should have told her that. Why don't you make this situation to the point where I don't need to use this dang thing you bought me?
Man, I was young and stupid, man. Nowadays, I understand it, bro. I look at a woman quick and just be like, man,
hold on. Y'all, look at this. Look at Zena.
Yeah. See? That was my young ass fantasy. That was my look. Sanice said better than Apple. You right about that. Hey, listen, Sanice, that shit is
American Pie type stuff.
It's cocaine.
But yeah.
I wanted to break it down to the psychological aspect of what he said though, because there was some jewels in there, even though it was funny as shit. I mean, it's funny as fuck what he said, right? And it's common sense thing. We got to get back to the point where these are the things that men say in the barbershops. These are the things that men say in private. Right. And so even though you ladies feel like that y'all have it locked down and y'all understand a man, some things you don't. Right. So that's basically what he's saying. Right. So a dog can only use sign language and body language. Right. So it's not about mind reading. It's watching the signals. Men have a better skill at that than y'all do at watching body language when it comes to the human. You know, we're hunters by nature. So we understand when you're disgruntled. We already get the feeling. We have a knack for it. What is it about women that y'all don't really focus in on body language and signals that are nonverbal? What's the deal with that?
That's a good question.
I think we do. We just ignore it now. Or
Oh,
yeah, we
now we
some just
go
ignore it.
ahead, finish.
No,
I had
yeah,
something for that.
we
Finish.
ignore it. And the ones that really just don't pay attention to you, they don't like you. If a person really like you, they're gonna try. They're gonna feel something. But people sometimes we just ignore it. It's a selfish thing, apparently.
Just start.
Hell, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm stupefied. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this from a man's perspective, or at least I can just speak from well, I'll say this is a general man's perspective. When it comes to punani, when a woman wants it, I would say I'm not gonna highball it and say 9 out of 10 times, but I will say a good 8 out of 10 times. If a woman says she wants it, or if she sends the text with the little water peach tongue emoji on there, or whatever, however y'all send y'all signals, 8 out of 10 times, we dropping everything. We ain't turning down Pune. But we can do our version of that. And we will get the coldest of shoulders of all time. Some will even say, what's your problem?
No.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, it may not actually happen that way, but all I know is, and Mo, you can, as much as outlandish as you like to get and as many jokes as you like to crack. We, unlike a woman, we can't snap our finger and just get it all the time.
Nah, not at the drop of a hat. No,
Not at the drop of a dime, especially in a marriage. Let's focus on the marriage relationship part. Your wife says she wants some. I could be tired. I'll suck it. Like for real. Like not 8 out of 10 times we'll suck it up and do that. Let her be tired. We'll leave her alone.
Women do run the gambit on sexual experiences for men. They are very in control of everything. They are in control
extremely. Now we talk.
They're in control of when they feel like you deserve. Just like Stanice said, yeah, we can naturally, mentally block it consciously and unconsciously. Women have a skill level that's the only level of focus that I've ever seen a woman have is when they are turned the fuck off. I have seen zero focus when it comes to women when they are turned off sexually. A woman will they don't go crazy. They just I don't know they just buy toys. I don't know. Nowadays, you might have a Tesla robot in your house by the time you get home. You feel me? Like they go, if they can afford $32,000 worth of BBLs, bro, you best believe it's gonna be a robot in that motherfucker busting ass in that joint. You feel me?
Like as soon as they get with that robot, and as soon as they get with that full-fledged robot, because they technically already got them, they just got the private part of it. But as soon as they get with a full-fledged robot, they can never go back to a human.
So
that robot is gonna tear every bit out the frame.
Hold on.
It's gonna be like driving. It's gonna be like driving a tractor trailer into a Grand Canyon when iRobot gets done with you.
Bruh. How many
when Terminator gets done with you, when he got that everlasting battery in his back, when Terminator gets done with you, there is not going to be nothing for a human to do unless he puts on swimming trunks and jackknifes full body inside of there.
Do me a favor, pull up Zena's comment real quick because I got something for that. First and foremost, she said, if it's my dick, I'm always ready. If I say no, he knows something is really wrong. Why the fuck is he asking? I think we got to get back to that point because I don't ask for no ass now. I ain't ask for no ass.
That's
I'm
still
not
a good point.
asking for no fucking ass. I learned my lesson through merge.
Now, what if, hold on, what
I'm
if
not
y'all
asking for no ass.
somewhere, hold on, but what if you're somewhere, you're doing something like somebody cooking, or hey, babe, there's not saying you got an ass big or whatever, but if you're not, you're just doing stuff, hey, you know, that may
I'm
be
not
a ass.
asking for
What
no
would you want to do?
ass. I'm not asking for no ass. I'm not asking for it. I did that for, 5 years of merge at my young age, and I seen that shit don't get you nowhere. I ain't asking for no
And
ass.
Weezy, to kind of go off of what you just said, now, if it's like, let's just say it's a constant thing. If you asking, if a man is quote unquote asking, you say it's not begging, but if a man is asking time after time after time, like he asks 1 week, he gets turned down. Next week gets turned down. Third week gets turned down. At that point in a man's mind, it seemed like he got to beg for it. That's where
No,
That's where the line
I
gets drawn
understand
there.
that.
I
I
think this
understand.
is where refinement comes in for men. So, like, if you feel like your woman is not responding to you sexually, this is when I start self-analyzing. Because men we beat ourselves up constantly, right? So we go within self way more than women do, right? So at that point, I'm looking at things, and I'm trying to figure out what am I doing wrong. So we always blame ourselves for every fucking thing, right? When it comes to a relationship, at that point, you're not you can't think about, how can I put it? You can't think about yourself. You have to go within and understand, like, okay, maybe I didn't do this right. Maybe I smell a certain kind of way. It could be some of the simplest things. Now, if she's angry, a woman's going to vent. There's no such thing as she going to turn the cold shoulder and not give you no ass. You might just be disgusting sexually. Like, it might be a smell. It might be a certain nuance about you that she ain't feeling. You feel me? That's one major thing that I learned. You dig what I'm saying? That's one thing. And I think that we got to get out of our heads and understand that, maybe I'm fucking up too. You feel me? Because sex is one of the simplest forms of physical communication and expression of love that you can ever have. You feel me? Because it don't feel the same just getting some strange. You dig? It never has. You know what I'm saying? A quickie ain't never been nothing that a man ever wanted. So a man that begs for it, he might have to self-evaluate and just be like, damn, did I wash my balls today? Like, did I come in straight from work and just want some ass? Like, some women like it, but I'm sorry, baby.
No. I'm listening to you. This is another one of those moments where I'm just trying to bite my tongue because I know I'm gonna piss some people off with my statement. So I'm
Piss them
just trying
off.
to see here.
Let them
Piss them
fly.
off.
Let them
Say
fly,
it.
baby.
Okay, so this is my thinking, and anybody who's been rocking with us from day one knows that my perception was way different a few years ago. Okay, my question to any man who feels like he has to beg for it or even so much as ask for it is, have you stopped and figured out what you're lacking? And I'm gonna go immediately into explaining why I said that. So previously, I've been in relationships where, and these are long term, we live together, basically living as married, but it still felt like roommates. We pay all the bills together. We make all the decisions together. You feel where I'm coming from? So when it gets down to the nitty gritty, I didn't per se feel completely secured. And I didn't know what that feeling was until I got what I got now. See, now it'll never be a question of at all. You feel me? Because I feel completely secure. I can naturally submit. I feel like I can totally trust this person. Okay. I never have to question if a bill is going to get paid. And again, before the men who, you know what I'm saying, get on the, oh, she about money. It's not about the money. It's about the security that the man brings, because it's not about what job he has, or you get where I'm coming from. But let me anyway break down what has changed my opinion. I never have to worry about if a bill is going to get paid and on time. Okay, I never have to worry about if there's going to be money for me to get my hair done, my nails done, if I would like to go shopping, if I saw a new purse or new shoes that I like. And again, at its smallest minuscule, people like to equate these things to money. But Now living it, it's the security. There's not much that you have to ask me for. Damn sure nothing that you don't have to beg me for. I'm completely provided for mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So that puts me as a woman in a mindset to want to please you anyway. There's nothing for me to complain about. There's nothing for me to make a fuss about. There's nothing for me to combat. There's no reason for me to try to show my masculinity. I can just be comfortable and be feminine. I don't have to compete with you. I don't have to be worried about what you can't do. I don't have to worry about what slack I have to pick up. You feel where I'm coming from? That maybe you can do, but you're just choosing not to do. I think when a man, because I say that because the man in the original video said that he's doing all of these things. So why should he have to ask for sex? When you actually realize all that that entails, then you end up agreeing with him. Yes. Why should you have to beg for it? Like, you're a provider and a protector. This woman knows that she can just be your woman. Why are you begging for that stuff? And I now have that thought process when I didn't have it prior.
Now, with that being said, let me give some context to me as a 19-year-old. I had my house by 21. I was in the U.S. Army. I paid all the bills. You feel me? And I still went through that. So that was something that was going on in her head. Okay? That had nothing to do with me, but I blame me first.
How old was she? How old was she?
1 year behind me.
Well, as much as, a lot of people don't like to dwell on that, the truth of the matter is age and experiences do play a lot into your decisions.
I'm definitely not blaming her, and I'm not blaming me for my feelings. Like, we both were young, and anybody that knows me, I'll say that constantly, like, young, dumb, and stupid, okay? Like, didn't live life long enough just yet to be locked down for forever. You feel me? Like, you have to experience some, certain things in life. Like, you have to go through your whole phases, as they like to say, for both men and women. Sometimes you got to experience every seasoning in the goddamn cabinet before you understand it. I like Sazon. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I wouldn't call either one of y'all dumb. I would just say inexperienced. Life really is the best teacher. And the older you get, you go through more experiences. Sometimes people repeat the same thing over and over again because they don't learn a lesson. But the moment that you do learn that lesson, your whole perspective changes. So it's just more so about inexperience than intelligence. Not dumb at all, just young.
And the fact that, because I was young too, I was a couple years older than you when I was 20 when I got married. But it depends on the willingness of the person. Because I had my first child at 18. We got married, I was 20. He was 21. So it's like, it just depends on the willingness of the person. And I was taught, you married, that's your husband. For lack of a better word, you're his hoe. I mean, that's just for me. That's for me. Okay, this is your husband. The bedroom is undefiled. Basically, you can be his hoe, he can be your hoe. That's what I was taught. Okay, so that's why this is not a problem, or was a problem for me. I was the one begging. So it was flipping my house. I was begging. I went years and months and whatever without sex from him. So this is why I'm like, I can understand that as to why it would affect you. And I had to look at myself like, what am I not doing? What's wrong with me? What, I had to go through that myself. And believe you me, I was working. It was a lot of times he was not working. And at not one point in time have I ever degraded him, make him feel like less of a man. I just still did what I was supposed to do. I took care of him, took care of the house, took care of the children, did what I had to do. I went to work. Now, when he was working, cool. But so it was a lot of stuff that I didn't understand. And I questioned myself for a long time because I thought it was me. So yeah, I get it. I do get it. And I get what you're saying, because we're very emotional creatures. We're very emotional creatures. So if we're not right emotionally, it can it'll cause a disconnect. It can if you allow it. So the fact that you felt unsecure, you didn't feel safe, you didn't feel protected enough to be vulnerable, which is why you didn't fully give yourself to the person you had before, but the person you're with now makes you feel that way. And it really has nothing to do with money, but feeling secure and certain, because that's a big thing for me, being certain that this person is for you and you can trust them in every aspect will free yourself sexually to that person too. So
At
that
what
was that's a big
capacity? I
thing.
mean, I've experienced that, but at what capacity do? I mean, I guess that's an individual thing, right? Like, you know, their standard of when they want to free themselves. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think it takes for individuals to realize, like, you free, nigga? Like, get the fuck off the plantation. Like, you ain't got to keep your guards up. You ain't fight Mike Tyson.
But it
Well,
takes
to
it takes
answer your
again the
question,
spirit. Go ahead, Star.
to answer your question, it's more so about the man. For the woman, it's about the man's mentality. And I can give you a very, very good example of that. The one that I have now, if he lost his job, now we're not talking about hurt or nothing where I have to get up and go get a job. You feel where I'm coming from and be ready to have his back. We're talking about, let's just say he got fired. Okay, this is a man who's not afraid to go to the gas station and pump gas while he in between jobs. You feel me? It's not, oh, let me immediately run to the streets. It's not, oh, I'm too good for this, I'm too good for that. He has the mindset on his own that I have a family, so I'm going to provide for my family. And not only that, me specifically, now this is not specific to women. This is specific to Just Star. This is the first relationship with a man that I've been in where I don't feel like I could beat his ass if I want to. And y'all know how tall I am and the size weight that I normally carry. And this is just me being completely transparent with our listeners. Every relationship before him, I felt like if it came down to it and the guy decided that he was going to be crazy and hit me, I could beat his ass. You may knock me out right now, but when I get up, it's on. That type of mentality. So that's what I mean when I said they never made me feel physically secure. Me and him are the same height. We wear the same size shoes. I think I'm only 10 pounds
Kind of
lighter
cute.
than him.
Kind of cute.
But
Serious pictures coming soon.
the point simply is, I think I'm only 10 pounds lighter than him, maybe, but he tosses me around like I'm 100 pounds lighter than him. You feel where I'm coming from? Like, he's so unassuming. You wouldn't expect him to be able to tear up a New York City block. But if life was the movie Taken and he heard somebody snatch me, I know he would be Liam Neeson. He going to go find me and he tearing some shit up and I better come back whole. Like, you feel where I'm coming from? It's a security that makes you say, just step back and relax and say, okay, I have a man's man. Let me just let him do him. He can lead me. He can guide me. I'm gonna shut up and be cute. I'm not gonna get smart with him unless I'm trying to get into some kinky sex. Like, it's the whole aura of a man that's sure of himself. You feel where I'm? That is what makes the difference. It's him. He knows who he is. There's no jealousy within him. He supports my dreams and goals.
Hold on now.
If there's any way that he can,
now.
What?
Gotta be a little jealousy. A man gotta want you now.
No. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. There is no jealousy towards me from him. Right.
He should be intimidated by a nigga wanting you though. He
Well, that's the thing. We're not speaking on that. Listen, we're not speaking on that because I can tell y'all a story that's going to have y'all dying laughing about a situation like that. I'm referring to what I realized after getting out of those relationships is that I was in relationships with a lot of men that were jealous of me.
Whoa.
And a lot of people don't want to admit that. Oh, she's too talented. She's getting too much attention. I want to be the bad bitch in the room. And they can't just admit that. Exactly. I'm saying that I now have a man who's not jealous of me. He knows who he is. He knows what he had, like us doing our acting and our projects and stuff like that. He doesn't feel like, oh, I need to be on set to see what's going on. Now it's more so, okay, well, I know she want me with her and she'll be comfortable, but I'm going to play the background and I'm going to let her do her thing. I'm going to let her shine. It's not, I got to dim her so that I can shine. There's the difference. As far as the jealousy of other men, oh God, I think I might have mentioned this to our listeners in another episode, and this will be a really, really short story, but I didn't know that there was drive-ins still open. And in random conversation months ago, I had mentioned that one of my bucket list things was to have went to a drive-in, and I wish there were some still open. Well, apparently they are up by Baltimore. So one night he surprises me and takes me on a date to the drive-in movie. We get there and we go into the concessions because I have to use the bathroom. There's this really, really tall guy, y'all. Listen, the guy had to be at least, I don't want to exaggerate it, so I'll say about 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". He was very tall, basketball player tall. And he's in there with a girl. He's standing behind the girl, so the girl can't see what he's doing, but he's hugged up with the girl. As soon as we come in, his attention is boom. He watching my every move. Now, we all see this, but nobody says anything because he doesn't say anything. I go to the ladies' room. I come back out. I go stand back over by my husband. We get our stuff. I lean in to get a straw. This tall guy, I don't know how many steps he took to get across the other side of the room, but he leans in to tell me, damn, you fine as shit. And he caught me off guard. So I said, thank you real quick, but I stepped away from him. Lord, my husband heard that and went off. He's like, what you say to her? What you say to her? The guy tried to get out the door to get away from the situation. He don't care about the height. Listen to me. The guy went all the way to his car. He walked me and his mom, because it was a double date with his mom and her boyfriend. He walks us back to the car, secures us in the car, and says, I got to use the bathroom. I ain't stupid. I'm like, no, you don't. You going to find that guy. The bathroom not even that way. He just get in the car. By the time he gets back, we damn near couldn't stay and watch the movie because he done went, spotted the car the guy went to, told the guy, get out the car, let me talk to you. The guy didn't want to get out. He opens the guy's car door and snatches him out and proceeds to go off on him and tell him that he better not ever even look at his wife cross-eyed again. And then asked her, how is she comfortable being around that punk ass nigga when he trying to be in another woman's face, right in her face. Hey, listen, when I say this dude was tall, y'all seen my son Zay. He was towering over Isaiah. So if I say that he my height, and y'all know Isaiah's already taller than me, he did not care about how big that dude was. He snatched him right on up out of that car and let him know that if he even so much as blink in my direction again, it was a the guy got in his car and pulled off. They didn't even stay at the drive-in. So there's jealousy there. But although I don't want him to have to act out of character at any given turn, it tells me that if a man gets out of hand, I have a man who will defend me properly.
Now, that's beautiful. And that goes back to my statement earlier. You ain't the first and you ain't the last model. Okay? I keep telling dudes like, because I got homeboys that really got stabbed up, really got shot the fuck up, fucking with trying to defend a woman's honor just because a nigga whispered some shit in their head. Now, defending them is a totally different thing from their sex appeal, man. Like, that shit gets a little different when you out in public. You feel me? Like, you walked away, like you did the respectful thing, Star. Like, I give you all the credit in the world for that. But it's a certain innate thing, and I'm pretty sure this was back in your younger days when motherfuckers weren't playing. You feel me? Like as you get older, you just realize, like, man, you wanna, and you could take a nigga. She ain't want me. You feel me? Like, she wasn't meant for me.
This was just months ago, Mo. This was my current husband, and he is 45.
Hey, listen, y'all do y'all shit. Y'all do y'all shit. I gotta take a piss break. Hey, look, I'll be right back, yeah. I'll be right back. Hey, listen, I got that Trick Daddy queued up too. Yeah, I'm about to cue that on up in a few seconds. Yeah, y'all do y'all thing.
All right, well, say less. Well, anyhow, my 2 cents.
Our brother, he was not afraid to say on air that he was taking a pee break. I love that.
For one, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
So allow me to finally add my 2 cents. I've been waiting patiently while you all riffed and ranted and all that kind of stuff. But I shall. I hear all these scenarios and situations. Therefore, I shall raise you all another. Because just to kind of, as a piggyback off of what Mo just said, well, not just said, like 10 years ago in this conversation, after a while, if it gets to the point where a man feels like he has to beg, he's going to start reflecting. He's going to start thinking that it may be is it something wrong with me? What am I not doing? I thought I'm doing it. I'm doing everything. So why am I not being received when, and so on and so forth. But the key factor in all of this is a word that always tends to rear its head anytime we're talking about any relationship or any relationship related
What's that?
situation. That word is communication. Because at the end of it
Amen.
all, after that long stage of reflection that GMO was eloquently describing earlier, we are eventually going to bring that to you because we want to know what's up. Like, it's been X amount of days, X amount of weeks, so on and so forth. I've tried everything. I did the romantic thing. I make sure everything's good around here, and you turn me away like you staying out the rain. What's going on? Eventually we're gonna want to know what's up. And sometimes the woman got something going on, but we don't know about it. So therefore, we thinking it's something wrong with us when there's something deeper going on. You know,
But that's also the responsibility. We don't take responsibility or accountability a lot as women. And it is if there's
I was
something
just
going
getting
on
there.
with
Keep
us.
going.
Okay. Yeah, if there's something wrong with us and it's going to affect, or just something wrong, we should say something. Now, sometimes we don't know. It could be we could be trying to figure like what the hell going on with me, what's going, we don't understand it, but we should still say something, especially you're in a relationship, you're married or in a serious relationship, you should say something. But a lot of times we don't. And so that falls on us, and that will make you insecure within yourself. Do you think you're doing something wrong? Think you're not doing something right? So it is important again with the communication. The communication is not just talking; it is listening, it's understanding, it's figuring out a way to say what you have to say, where it can be translated so the other person can understand. But again, you do have to say something. You have to open your mouth and say something. So
Because,
I
and
agree with
granted,
you
with the
on that. I think that's very, very true. But I would venture, and again, y'all like explanations. I'll break down why I said this. But I also think that sometimes for men, when a woman says it's not you, just accept that. And I said that because when I first got into my current relationship, I said, okay, this is new. All the baggage from the past. I'm not going to bring it. It may look this way, but that may not be that way. I'm going to treat you as the man you are. You feel where I'm coming from? So what I found myself doing early on in the relationship, like I'll give you a great example. His phone would ring and I would hear a female's voice on the phone. The past me, who is that? Who's calling your phone? Like, you feel where I'm coming from? So when I would have those thoughts about my past, he would feel like, okay, why did you just shut down? Or why are you not talking? And I'm trying to tell him, just let it go. Just let it go. It's not because I perceived that he was doing something wrong. I was reflecting on where those thoughts came from, owning that my thoughts had nothing to do with him, and checking myself. So that's why I wouldn't be
well,
saying anything there. I know women don't often check themselves, but those were what those moments were. And it was making him feel insecure because he's like, okay, well, what's your problem? You seem like you have an attitude now. No, I'm trying to check the attitude that I almost had because I can't assume you're going to be a dog like any other dog I've met before.
Well, as you said, that's more so earlier on. But when you're in a relationship and y'all have years and so on and so forth, and things like this just come kind of out of nowhere, and
True.
you're wondering what's going on. You want to know what's going on because at some time it's
You're
like
right.
because for real, I'm not gonna just accept it's not you. I'm like, okay, well, what is it? Let me try to help you fix it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you because I care. You know what I mean? So if if it's something to the point, it's something to the point where you can look at me, or if I come to you for the affection that a man may need at some times, and I get treated like you just met me on Tinder, we got an issue here. And if it's not with
Dr.
me,
Bender.
if it's not me and it's you, I want to know what is wrong with you, my wife.
Okay, can I
Understood. I agree with you.
Hey,
Just,
quick, I need you to pay attention to the chat because Maisha, she had something at the very end, young. That's different. And I'm pretty sure all the women were. I did not know this. She said sometimes my silence is trying to regulate my feelings. Are y'all serious?
that's what Star just
that's
said.
what I just said.
He just said that.
Sometimes we realize that we wrong. And if we're not afraid to admit that we're wrong, we will take the moment to check ourselves. That's why I said sometimes it's not you. Sometimes we realize, okay, no, that was you, and you need to get it together. Some
So
women
why don't
do
y'all just come
hold
out like
themselves
we
accountable.
do and lick your wounds in public and tell us that you're sorry? Tell
I
us
mean, because
me an
this is the
apology.
thing. We
What
are
the
not
fuck?
no dang mind or feeling readers. You gotta. This is the communication thing. All right, it's not you. So, all right, well, what is it? I mean, come on. Because if we just gave you
Sometimes
some
we
short,
don't
if we just gave
know.
y'all some short answers like that, it'd be a problem. So I'm
Let me
just
let me
saying.
let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. For a long time, I had an issue with being smacked on my butt. It seems crazy, but I did. I didn't
I
realize
did
I
too.
did. I didn't right. I didn't realize what
So
it
they quick.
was. Huh? What happened?
I said so they
You
quick.
have you have issues what comes out of a butt.
No, I'm light skinned, nigga. I like getting smacked on my ass, bro. You wrong as
No,
shit.
but listen, no,
Y'all a
but it's
mess. Go
not
ahead, Weezy.
it's not that I don't like it. But for years, that was used against me. That was used to hurt me. So not getting it done to not hurt me, it was weird. Like I will automatically go on the defense. Now I'm cool. I'm good now, but that took time for me to figure that out and work through that because I didn't understand what it was. I could not articulate that because I really did not understand what it was.
I'm
So
glad you said
whenever,
that.
huh?
I'm glad you said that because when a man decides to have that come to Jesus moment, if you would, when we want to come there and find out what's going on, sometimes it's through communication you find out what the issue is. Sometimes the girl don't even know, or the woman doesn't even know.
I just said.
So, which is why, that's another thing I was getting to, which is why we want to know what's going on. So when you say it's not you and you want us to keep it there, that's not good enough because now we're going to think it's something wrong with you, the person we love. We want to know what's going on so we can get through it together. So we can make these links of a marriage we have even stronger.
Sometimes we just can't articulate that. You feel where I'm coming from? Like
And
I can give you a
I
good
get that.
example. When Weezy was talking about the touching, like I used to not like to be touched in public because I felt like if other men seen you grabbing my butt and all of that, they may try it when you're not standing there. You feel me? All I did was in one of my previous relationships, open the door for him to be lying to females and say I'm his damn sister or some other shit. Now me and my husband can't keep our hands off of each other. Like he touches and he don't care what he touch in the public, and you just better keep your mouth shut. Like everybody be like, "Oh my God, y'all are newlyweds, aren't y'all?" Because it's just
And I get it.
constant.
And I get sometimes you guys can't articulate that. That's where communication comes in. It's not like if a man is a great communicator, we're not going to come to you and just say, "All right, talk." We're going to actually have a conversation. I'm going to see if I can ask questions that can pinpoint whether it's me or whether somewhere along the line. Eventually, we're going to come to a point where we can figure out what it is. If you can't
Maybe, but
articulate
can't.
it, if you can't articulate it, a conversation, if the communication is good, is what if the communication is where it should be in a relationship. The problem
Sometimes
will,
there's no communication just because she can't articulate it. That's where people always just kind of brush past it. A person that can't articulate is not a person that necessarily don't want to communicate with you. They don't know how, they can't, they haven't figured out the problem or assessed the problem themselves to tell you what it is. Like people have to really understand there are people in the
all
world
right.
who have feelings and want to share it, but just have no idea how to. Some
right, well,
people
that's
wasn't
work
even
that.
raised to have a voice.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that's work that should have been done before marriage. Because if I've been with you X amount of times, or if I've lived or learned your way of living, if I know you the way I feel, I know you to the point that I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I'd to figure out that there's something with communication we need to work on. And for real, that's something in the stage before marriage that needs to be worked on for real. Whether it's through counseling, couples counseling, whatever which avenue y'all choose to go through. But if there is an issue to where, or if there is something to where once we jump this broom, you and I are not gonna be, we're gonna have trouble right here. If I see it already, I'm speaking from my perspective, and and I may have a little advantage because of my background. But if I already know that there's a communication problem here, there's something we got to figure out. There's things we got to tighten up on before we jump this broom over here. That's just what I say. That's some work that wasn't done before the rings were exchanged, in my opinion.
I think it helps to have a friendship though. You have to have that friendship because again, there are things that even with men, they don't even understand, y'all may not understand certain things. Our mind buries things. So sometimes like she was saying, we don't understand it. It comes up. But if you have that friendship, if you're able to talk about certain things or navigate that together, it helps. It does help. It's important to have a friendship in a relationship. I don't care if you're married, part whatever. You have to have that friendship. And that gives you the patience, the time, and the wherewithal to want to figure it out together. Because sometimes you need another person to have that conversation with. Because again, sometimes you just don't know what the hell is wrong. You just don't know.
That's true, and that's understandable. But shift gears a little bit because I know we're running out of a little bit of time. Let's do a last minute. I was gonna make this a quick corner, but I might as well come out and say it. Matter of fact, this is what I'll do. I am going to, in the essence of a quick corner, but I'm gonna just flat out say it. I'm gonna still hone myself in here.
So say it quick. Tone in and go ahead.
I am. So tomorrow, all talk and fun and games are over. Sometimes when we say things like that, we say the gloves are off. No, 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 the gloves are on. Age aside, because age does not apply to this inhuman person. One of
Oh
my
yeah.
heroes, Mike Tyson, you have one job, my friend. Just one. One. And that is to knock Jake Paul's head from West Africa all the way to Southeast Asia. You got to detach that dome and send it DHL. I mean special delivery to other continents abroad, my friend. That is all you had to do. You just gotta get in that ring and let those hands fly. Any last minute statements, people?
I must say that I remember that you, just like me, we love the WWE. We love the WWF. We have followed wrestling for a lot of fucking years, bro. But any 50-year-old man, even though Tyson, to the average human being, would be a threat to democracy, communism, Marxism, everything. If he was to run for political candidacy, everybody gonna side with him
I'm
because
voting for him.
he love pigeons,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm not.
He love
I ain't
pigeons. He don't
voting
give a fuck
against him.
about us. The nigga owned the tiger. He loved tigers and pigeons. We know that for a fact, right? But I must say this, bro. This is all a front and an act, bro. This man is way too old, bro. And your boy Jake Paul, bro, with these sanctions, this is non-sanctioned, so they can take steroids. Have you seen this dude lately, bro? He looks HGH'd up, bro. He is on human growth hormone. His neck is the size of my computer screen, bro.
I
That
agree.
white
I
boy,
was surprised when I saw him. I was like, what the hell happened?
he got
I will say
huge.
this: he wasn't like that his last fight. I will say that he was not.
Exactly. Well, all celebrities use it, but bro, I can't buy into it. I'm not gonna pay-per-view it, and it ain't
Well,
gonna be
technically,
nothing but a
It'll
draw.
be on Netflix.
if you got Netflix, you can just watch it there. There's no extra charge. But I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna be front and center watching it. But
Mm.
maybe it's just because. All right, here's my gripe. I just have a weird thing towards those Paul brothers because of their past YouTube history. And everybody do know anybody who knows and watches me, I am 100% anti-bully. And these dudes are two of the biggest bully douchebags I have ever seen. You know, now maybe in their personal life they may have changed, but I can only go by what I see of them. So maybe that's why maybe that's why I have a disdain for both of them. But still, as long as all it takes is one good one. If Tyson lands that 1989 uppercut one time and right on the button, I don't care what hormones he took, he is going night night.
Yeah, I heard what Roy Jones said. He
I was
said,
about to
like
say, yep,
a Mack truck. Come on now.
yep.
Hey, listen, but that's a fact.
Any
Look at
listener
your
want to
man
give
now.
me they Netflix login because I will be watching. All I really have to say about the whole thing is Tyson Boombaye. Tyson Boombaye. Because it's a wrap for Jake
Hey,
Paul.
listen.
He might as well grill it up and eat it because that's the only beef he gonna get. He gonna get them hands, and I can't wait to see it.
Hey, watch this. I shared something to the screen real quick, young. Hey, go ahead, post that jump real quick, young. Pull it up. Because I think that this
All
is
right, sure.
validation, bro. I need this to be. I need this. Yeah. Is it up there?
Yeah, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta do this, man, because I felt a little bad today. And of course, Phoenix, she wanted to help me out, but I wanted y'all to listen to this. Where the sound at? God damn it. There you go. Yep. I wanted to end it on I wanted to end it on that because women get congratulated for being pregnant and nobody comes and rubs my balls and say, hey, Papa. Hey, Papa.
Yeah,
Not you, sir. I don't
technically,
want a man touching my shit. I want the
it's
women to come
techni-
up to me
Nope,
and be
men
like,
touch women's belly. You gotta get the
I
balls
mean,
up
I mean,
from them
I mean,
too.
technically,
Equal up.
technically, we carry the babies first. I
we
mean, they
do.
are,
Actually, y'all
It
recycle.
ain't as heavy
It
when y'all carry
recycles,
it.
so it's not the same set of
but the
belly.
fact is, they are in us before we pass them. It's a handoff. We hand them off to
Hey,
you.
hold on.
Years.
But we carry our egg from conception until we finish.
That's just the egg. It ain't nothing until we put the baby in
Hey,
you.
either
So
way
we
it goes,
hand it
hold
off.
on. No, either way, we carry it.
Apples and
You
oranges.
guys deposit it. Either way, this being carried. You want somebody to come and rub your balls? Fine.
But all
But
No,
right,
but
well,
it's
y'all
anybody
are just
somebody.
comes and
so
Women
grabs
only.
basically,
Women
all
should
right,
be
all right.
celebrating balls just like we
So
celebrate babies.
so
You
we
feel me?
deposited. So we deposited. We deposited. Does that mean y'all are just the safe deposit boxes?
Yeah, we receive it.
Damn right. We the others.
So
Just
yeah,
walking around like this. Oh,
until it's time for us to do the
there
withdrawal.
you go.
So we had to make the deposit. A bank is nothing without money in it. So we got to put the money in there. So you all
Right,
can put
you're right.
the 9 month to the 9 months of
We
interest.
add interest. Yes, you're
The
right.
9 months of interest. So, like I said, to do your job, we got to do ours.
Well, let me say
So,
this. Let me
yeah.
say this. Let me say this. If that were to happen, you must also know that everyone has a different strength in their hands. So you might not get the gentle jingling that you think you're going to get. You might get a little extra pull that you don't want.
What if I
Because
like it
when they
violent?
Even if you like it violent, you might not.
What if I like it violent?
Hey.
What if I like it violent? What if I think of my testicles as a punching bag? What if I'm one of them white freaks
For
that like to be
Christmas, you're
stepped on
getting a
with high
Swedish
heels?
hooker.
You
That's
said
what you're getting for Christmas. I said for Christmas, you're getting a Swedish hooker. That's what you're getting. With the
No,
kung
man.
Not a
fu
Swedish
grip.
hooker.
No, man. Hey, go ahead, quick, yeah. Go ahead, close it out, bro.
Oh, man, I don't know what to say about y'all. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tapping in, yo. It's all love. It's all love. Make sure y'all, shouts out to everybody who voted for us for this Mama Awards situation. We're gonna find out the moment of truth this coming Sunday. You know, no filter show on the ballot. Star in the actress ballot. I'm in the hip hop ballot. What more can you ask for? We're basically all nominated here. Who else can say that? But anyhow, Beats, Bars, and Faith, you know the vibes. Okay, quick. Yeah.
And of course, it's your man GMO, aka non-GMO. And if you vote for me, I'm in the porn ballot. Excuse me. So I hit certain beautiful angles that y'all never seen before, and I shaved my asshole. So yeah, make sure you pay attention to it. You know, like the gooch, everything perfect. On one leg up, you know what I'm saying? My Captain Morgan when I'm hitting from the back. Yeah. You know, like I'm perfect.
So make sure y'all vote. So make sure y'all go ahead and vote for him. Vote for Captain Butt for his feature film Gooch Goulash.
Actually, he will be on the point of view. He'll be on the point of view category, so you can see everything. You got to look at it that
POV.
way. POV.
It's going to be all it's going to see is veins and testicles. Veins and testicles. That's it. But look.
I had to, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to. That was.
Oh my gosh.
That was too much. I am sorry. That was too much.
Maisha, thank you for voting, Maisha. Thank you so much.
Of course, y'all know that's bullshit, this fake, y'all. But listen, real talk, y'all. Fuck all this political shit. Fuck everything else. I'm glad that y'all are here. Y'all exist. There's so many crazy things that are going on in the world. And this is a platform where we can have these silly conversations and serious conversations. I thank all of y'all. I love y'all. Deuces.
Ladies.
The Blue Phoenix. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. We always have a wonderful show, but you guys make it better no matter what. Shout out to Taylor Made Rock. I hope he know the score. He ain't put nothing in the chat, so we'll find out later. But thank you guys so much. And I hope you have an amazing weekend.
And as always, I'm your girl, Just Star. I enjoy rocking with y'all tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to listen to us, to interact with us. We hope that you got some great insight. We hope that we agreed with you. We hope that we made you think. We love y'all. We do this for y'all. And as always, as I love to say, catch me in traffic. Just don't run me over. Mwah.
In the great words of our very own Just Star, no matter what drama or whatever problems you're facing, be thankful you're not a part of the Nine Foundation. Much love, everybody.